Hey everybody, this is Jessica Lynn of Jessica Lynn Original Studios. I hope that you are all well. Right over this way is my YouTube channel. So I would love for you to go ahead and click that subscribe button. I do a lot of what I'm going to just call creative adventures. And what those are to me is I love to draw and paint. I'm the owner of Jessica Lynn Original Studios, which is basically I create a lot of stamps and art, original pieces. And on my channel, I love to be able to showcase all of that as well as adventures. And one of my most popular adventures are when I go to the Wisconsin Dells or when I go to Walt Disney World. I also share a lot of other amazing locations. And I just want to say thank you so much for letting me do what I love to do and to be here and support my channel. So if you haven't already, please go ahead. Please go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you back again. So today I thought we'd do something just a little bit different. So I am going to go ahead and I am going to be answering a bunch of questions that I have gotten. A lot of questions asking me about different places or things in the Wisconsin Dells, about the wilderness. And so I thought, you know what, let's do this. I thought it would be fun. I haven't gone live in a long time, so I figured this is my build up to getting back to it. Hopefully I'll do a live session with you all very, very soon. But let's go ahead and I am going to go ahead and answer the first question here. Okay, so Jessica Lynn Original Studios. Now, I had to put it in as my name, but it's a question that I received in. And it says, we're going to be visiting the resort in early April with toddlers. I've never been to Wisconsin, let alone the Dells. Typically, how busy is the resort in early April? So I'm going to guess that you're staying at the Wilderness, but you could be staying anywhere. You could be staying at the Kalahari, Chula Vista, any of those, all amazing locations. Highly suggest them all. Wilderness is the one that we've gone to the most, although I mean, we've stayed at the Holiday Inn there, which is a lot of fun. I'm going to tell you it's Easter break, right? So right off the bat, you might have a lot of people traveling in for Wisconsin for Easter break. You said early, so we've gone there April 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in the past when it's been like a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and it's been pretty quiet. If you're planning on being there like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, those are pretty heavy occupancy times. I'll tell you there are a lot of dance competitions going on. So those happen typically end of March, beginning of April, which can bring a lot of people to the resort as well. The big thing to know, depending on which resort you're staying at, Wolf Lodge, Kalahari, Chula Vista, Wilderness. If you're staying at the Wilderness, for example, they have 4 indoor water parks, and they only let the resort guests stay there. Kalahari has a nice big water park, but they only have 1. But they do sell outside tickets, but again, they're fairly expensive, so it doesn't get too bad. Wolf Lodge has only 1. Chula Vista also has 1. Again, all really great places to stay. If you're staying even at the Holiday Inn, I mean, they've got 1 big water area for indoors. It can get a little rowdy if there's a lot of teenagers, but typically it's not that bad. So you say you've never been to Wisconsin? Well, welcome. We're glad to have you. How busy is it? And a place with toddlers. So if you're looking for a place to book, like where to stay with little kids, I'm going to be really honest with you. The first place I would probably encourage you to go out to, let me just share my screen here really quick. And I would probably encourage you to go to the Wisconsin Dells website. So let me share that so you can see it. Now, the Wisconsin Dells website themselves over here, let me just scroll up. It's just WISDELLS.com. So WisDells. And you can see that. Oh, you don't see it on there. Sorry. But it does say WISDELLS.com. Okay. And when you're on here, they do have like a link where you can click places to stay. Now, I can tell you that the Wilderness, for example, again, because it's the one I know the best, they have a place called Wilderness on the Lake. And Wilderness on the Lake is amazing for little kids. It's not in the main area, although you can still use all those water parks. You can still go and do everything at the main hotel. It's on the other side of the lake. It is in its own little area, if you will. And they do have, and I apologize, they do have their own water park for the kids. It's so much fun. It's geared more for little kids. So if you have teenagers and you go and stay at Wilderness on the Lake, for example, in the winter months, it might not be as fun for them because it really is geared for little kids. Although in the summer, it has a really cool outdoor pool, big hot tub that you can sit and overlook the lake. And there's actually a boat that will take you back over to the wilderness, or you can take shuttles. But on the wisdells.com website, it has tons of places for you to stay. So it really depends on when you're going, right? So if you're going in early April, so it's probably going to be, who knows, weather-wise here in Wisconsin, I would probably encourage one of the big water parks. So I would encourage like the Kalahari or the Wolf Lodge. Now the Wolf Lodge has a great pool for little ones. They all have their own sections for little ones, but I think the Wolf Lodge has a great section. The Wilderness has a really nice, very large water park called Cubby's at Wilderness on the Lake. The Wilderness also has little sections where the little kids can go, but also your teenagers could have a ton of fun going on a bunch of larger tube slides. So again, I think, that's a good choice. Any of the smaller hotels. So when I say that, if I go on this website, it actually has like all the different hotels and motels. And let me just show you here what they've got. So they've got tons of other hotels. So you don't have to stay at like one of the big water park resorts, especially if you have toddlers. It could be overwhelming to a toddler. So again, depends on the season. So if it's summer, maybe the Aloha Beach might be a good idea. I've never stayed there before. I've seen it. It's right on the beach. So that could be a lot of fun to play in the sand with your kids if you have little toddlers. Again, if we're thinking April, you're going to want to think something that at least has an indoor pool. And remember, a toddler is not going to be thinking, let's go down water slides. They're going to be thinking, I just want to go in water and play and kick. You'll probably have them in little life vests or a little tube or the little wing arms. So any of the hotels are probably going to be just fine. I mean, even the Atlantis, look at, they've got perfect for little kids, not too big, not too small, perfect size water slides. So definitely one to think about. So I would really go to this website. They're a great resource. They've done a really good job. When I was a kid, they used to send out a book, and they still do. So let me just scroll up and see if I can show you where that is. I think I don't know how you request it on here. Maybe it's at the bottom. Order guide. Yes, I highly suggest it. If you're thinking about going to Wisconsin Dells, go to the wisdells.com and order their vacation guide. Costs nothing. And when you get it, it literally has, it's like a little book. I don't know if you remember back when I was a kid, they used to have the J.C. Penney catalog, and you could go through and pick what you want for Christmas. And it feels like that, right? So you can go in, look at all the different resorts, see all of the events and exciting offers that they have, and they'll show it to you all season. So you can see what's going on in winter, what's going on in summer. Wisconsin Dells winter versus summer is night and day. So super fun though, either way. So that's what I would suggest. What's going to work best for your family? Do you just want to have like a quiet event, kind of relaxing weekend with your little toddlers? Or do you want to bring out a full-on adventure at one of the big water parks? I'll tell you, with my children, we started at smaller hotels and worked our way up, and it made them more comfortable with swimming, more comfortable with water. They weren't overwhelmed by the teenagers that were all over the place. So, I mean, it's really up to you, but those are kind of my thoughts and suggestions. Okay. All right. So let's see what else we've got here. All right. We are staying at the Wilderness over Easter. Will the water parks be open? Great question, right? Great question. So let me go ahead and I will reshare this out. I've got a couple of different tabs open for us. Let me just share this real quick to show you. All right, so the best thing you can do is for example, this one is the Wilderness, this question that came in. And all of these came to me on Twitter, just so that you know. So example, when I'm out on the website, the Wilderness, so it's just wildernessresort.com. I go out and look at their website. And on here, it's going to flat out tell me, hey, here's the water park hours. Now, I'm going to tell you that different places have different hours of availability. So, for example, we have stayed at the Holiday Inn, okay? And the Holiday Inn, the Wisconsin Dells, technically it says Baraboo, but it's right. It's where the Kalahari is. It's right next to it. And when we've stayed there before, there is one water slide. And again, like I told you, we were working our kids up from small hotels, lots of pool, working our way up to something bigger like the big water parks. Now, what I'm going to tell you is that we have stayed there, for example, like on a Sunday night or even on a Monday. And when it's not normal session hours, so, crowded times, they might not have the water slide open. And I will tell you what a bummer that is for your kids. I remember we booked it. We were so excited. We were there for like a Sunday. And then I think we booked the Wilderness for 2 days after, and then 1 day at Kalahari. So we had 4 sleeping nights. And we got to the Holiday Inn. And when we were there, the kids were so excited. They saw the slide, they saw the pool, and they got all changed right away. We got to the pool, and the water slide was not open because they didn't have anyone on duty because it was a Sunday night. And crowd capacity for the hotel, I think they said, was so minimal that they were not going to open the water slide because they didn't have anybody there for safety concerns. Not okay. We were so bummed. The kids were mad. It was like, they had been so excited that was, they were going to start their week slow and work their way in. And so double check the hours. Okay. So I can't tell you enough. Go and check the hours. So example back here, you can see like I'm on the Wildernesses page, and they said, what did they say? Over Easter. So April. So let's go to next month. All right. So you can see they have all their different places here. So they've got the Water Dome, which is the best. Klondike Cavern, Wild West, and Cubby's. Again, remember, that's the one that's across the way on Wilderness on the Lake. But what's great about this is it's going to tell you flat out, here's when our hours are. Okay. And so you can kind of plan accordingly. So like, for example, this one, let's see. Okay. They're all up until 10. So over Easter, but the Wild West closes at 9. So what that tells me is that probably like 8 to 9, the Wild West is probably going to be pretty empty, right? Because everybody's going to be on their way to the other 3 water parks to go and enjoy those until 10 o'clock. So you might get a really, good group of people. I mean, the thing is they're open from 10 until, so, you've got a lot of time. The other thing you'll notice is like the Water Dome opens at 9, where some of the other ones might open till 10. So maybe you start your day at the the Water Dome, and you end at Wild West because by 9 o'clock the kids are going to be exhausted. Cool part is, like with Wilderness, for example, you don't have to pick that. You can jump between all of them all day. The one thing you do want to notice, though, is that, look at this, right? In April, all the outdoor pools are closed. So that's why I said sometimes the Wisconsin Dells are completely different when you go in the winter versus going in the summer. When you go in the summer, not only does the Wilderness have the 4 indoor parks, but they have 4 outdoor parks. So there is a ton to do. And I will tell you, there are a ton of people there. Like, it is packed over the summer. So definitely make sure you go and look up. And it'd be the same for the Chula Vista, for Kalahari, for the Wolf, for any of the hotels. And for example, like I told you before, the Holiday Inn, they actually put it on their website now so that if the slide and some of the water stuff is going to be open. So I like that. At least it gives you an opportunity to kind of plan this out. I'm a huge Disney fan, so seeing it like this reminds me of, okay, we can go to Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Magic Kingdom, and Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, Epcot, and Magic Kingdom. So super fun. Just plan ahead. It's so important to take a look and see when things are going to be open, because I would hate for you to spend all that money, all that time, and have your kids excited for something and it not be available. So, all right, let's go ahead and move on to the next question. Best places for dinner at the resort for 4 adults and 2 children. Now, they didn't tell me what resort. Kalahari? Don't know. But let me show you. We've got a bunch available. And this is, again, where I'm going to tell you, I think the best thing probably to go and look at would be that Wisconsin Dells website, right? So this is going to be my suggestion. Go to that Wisconsin Dells website. And I'm going to tell you, I think it's the best option. When I am on the, where'd it go? Let me share that. There we go. When I am looking at this one, the reason I'm going to say that I think this is probably your best place to go is that it has plans and it also has deals. So let's say we're going to plan something. So in here, you can actually put, I'm traveling with. So like this one, it says here 2 children, doesn't say how old, but let's just say they're grade schoolers, maybe, I don't know, and 2 adults, right? So we'll check both of those. You can say what you're interested in, food and drink, because that's what they asked about. So let's just check. That's that checked. There we go. All right. So here's what they suggest, right? So some spots to see, what's new in the Dells. Oh, here are personalized results. I guess I got to click on that. Interesting. Okay. So it says what to look forward to, indoor, outdoor parks. Let's see. So some of the same things I would probably suggest to you. The Boathouse, it's a really nice boutique restaurant. Yep, very beautiful, good food. Buffalo Phil's, this is one of our favorites. They've changed the menu a little bit, and we were kind of bummed the last time we were there. Coolest thing ever, though, depending on how old your kids are. I mean, teenagers might like it or might not. But they have an entirely huge Lego series, like a whole town in 2 different rooms. So if your kids like Legos, totally cool. The other thing that's really cool is that they have a train, a bunch of them, that will actually deliver your food. And I don't just mean like, oh, it comes through. No, it actually delivers your food. So your beverages will all arrive on the train. Your meals will arrive on the train. If you're celebrating a child's birthday, they'll actually put ice cream on the train and deliver it to you. If it's your child's birthday, they have a bubble machine. That is the coolest thing ever, that the bubble machine rolls on through, and it actually will blow bubbles at you, as well as everybody else who is on the path of the train. So totally fun. Go and check that out. It's really cool. One of our favorites. It also says, this is a larger group. So it talks about different things you could go do for a spa day, go shopping, get some cowboy boots, if that's your thing. But I'll tell you, this website, minus that whole, let's do some customization. It also has all of the food listed. So if you were just to say on here, I'm interested in just food, show me my results. Well, I used to show it very easily. Let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, it used to be really easy. General information, perhaps. Interesting. So it used to have it much clearer, I think, than what they have it now. Maybe things to do. Let's try food and drink. All right, here we go. This is better. This is what I was looking for. All right. So it's going to have in here, let me just expand this. I want to make sure it looks okay. Hopefully you guys can see it all right. But it's going to list all the restaurants, and then you can go to their websites. So you can see there's Asgard, super fun. BJ's restaurant, super great breakfast. The Belux Grill and Bar, amazing. We loved it there. We went there many years ago. They had a Halloween, like it was trick or treat weekend. And if your kids came in costume, like their kids' meals were free with one adult. So that was really cool. The Brat House used to be a really old church. Super cool. Buffalo Phil's, that's one we just talked about. That's the one with the train. So that's one of our favorites. They've also got tons of regular restaurants, so McDonald's, Culver's, Arby's, the whole bit. The other thing I will suggest, Uber Eats and DoorDash do deliver. So depending on if you're having a good time and you're like, I don't want to chase out, you could go and request those as well. But you can see there's no end to the amount of food you could get at the Dells. So don't worry about that. All right, let me just change gears here. All right, so hopefully that answered that question. Let's see, the next one we got is Take Flight Worth It. Now, this is at the Wisconsin Dells Wilderness Resort. So if you have ever been to Epcot, there is a ride called Soarin'. And Soarin', basically, you soar through a whole area, and in there, you basically go through, let me just see if I can find it here real quick. It's so much easier to explain it if I can actually show it. All right, so let me just show it here real quick. And Take Flight is super cool. So basically what you do, here we go. I found a little video I can show you. I think this will help a little bit. So let me just share. There we go. So hopefully you can see it. Super cool. It is so cool. So basically what you do is it goes through and you fly over. So you sit in a chair, it lifts you up, and then there's this huge screen. So like this one, you can see the screen is like the Dells or mountains. And you're really close. There you go. So there you can see you fly toward it and away from it, and the wind blows on you. Super cool. Like it is probably the coolest thing that they have at the Wisconsin Dells, only because I absolutely love Disney and way worth it. Now, will your kids be scared? Maybe. I don't know, what your comfort level with your kids are to some of these things. They do have a couple different ones. So there's Flying Wild. They do a world flight, which is just like soaring, where you're soaring over the world, right? I mean, they can't call it that. But here's kind of an idea of what it looks like. And it's funny because Pandora at Animal Kingdom is very much set up very much like this. It has a different rides feature style, where in Disney World you kind of fly up with it. This one looks more like kind of elevator shafts that go up to where you need to be. But tons of fun. You can book both of them online, so you don't have to wait if you want to go ahead. Now, again, this is as of today, Thursday, March 23rd, but you can go in, you can buy the double feature if you want. You do have to have, your kids have to be at least 4 years of age. This is good to know. Oop, I clicked on it too fast. 32 inches tall. There's a minimum of 42 tall to ride unaccompanied. The maximum weight allowance is 325 pounds. So, things to take in mind. This is one of those where I encourage you to go and research, because if you do have somebody in your party who might be over that weight limit, or kids that might be under that height limit, I would hate for you to get all excited, get everybody there and go, great, now one of us can't go, right? Because that's just, that defeats the whole purpose of enjoying a little family vacation and some time off. So I went ahead and let's just look. So the double feature right now, if you want to pay for it, let's just see if it gives us an idea. Again, don't hold to these prices because they're as of right now. Oh, does it let me? I saw it before. Let's see if it gives it to us still. Well, it looks like you can purchase them ahead of time. For some reason, mine's saying not right now. So we're fine with that. It's all good. But you can go and check this out. And all I did was I just went on Google and put in Take Flight Wilderness, and this showed up. Oh, here we go. So the double feature is $25 hotel admission. If you're staying at the hotel, looks like it's a little bit cheaper. So that's cool. Save $5 a person. Why not? The big thing about the Wisconsin Dells and that Wisconsin Dells website is definitely watch for deals, because there's a lot of places that will give you $5 off this, a free drink, a free appetizer, just because they are working on promoting visiting the Dells. So super cool. All right. Let's see our next question. We want to do our own cooking at the hotel. What would you suggest that will save us money? Easy. Bring your own food. Eating in those parks, think of it just like going to Disney World, Great America, Magic Mountain, whatever your theme park is, right? So there is a, let's see if I can bring this up here. There is a Walmart not that far away. And the cool part about this Walmart, I'm just going to go to Google Maps so we can take a look here. But there is on there a Walmart that is super close. And what I love about it is that, let me just put in, I'll just put in wilderness. I'll share it one sec here. The coolest part about it is that you can actually get two options. They can either bring the food to your hotel, which is cool, right? I mean, why not? But I'll be really honest. I've said in other videos that, hey, you can get Walmart to bring it to you and blah, blah, blah. If you're at Walt Disney World, 100%. Okay. The stress of driving around Disney World, trying to get people to just don't do it. Okay. Just have them bring it to your hotel. If you're at the Wisconsin Dells, it is not that crazy. It is so easy to drive around, and you're already going to have your own car anyway, or at least a rental car or something, right? So you're going to have a vehicle of some type. So let me just show you. All right, there we go. Brought up our maps, right? So here we are. So just give you a sense of where we are here. So here's the Kalahari. Here is the wilderness. Okay, here's kind of that main drag. Now, if I was to go in and say, okay, I want to go from the wilderness, there we go. And I want to get directions to, oops, let's switch this. Wilderness first, Walmart. Okay. Now the Walmart that they have in here is so crazy close. Okay, I kid you not. You saw what I just did, right? So there's Walmart. So literally you can go from the Wilderness Hotel, right on 12, straight to Walmart. I mean, super easy. Okay. Again, Kalahari, straight and a Walmart. So we are talking, it said what, 5 minutes? Super easy. So what you can do, now you might say, well, but I don't want to go shopping if I take my kids. We're going to have to buy a bunch of things. Jess, this is not going to help us. I have an idea for you. Okay. So before you go, okay, so you're on your way to the Dells and you're like, okay, we can check in, blah, blah, blah. So let's say for like 2 or 3 o'clock, go ahead and set a Walmart order pickup. So just like you would do at home if you decided to order from Walmart, you can go onto Walmart's website. And I don't work for them. I just think it's a great thing. And I love this. But you can go on their website, shop for everything you need. So get snacks for the kids. If you want to have your own alcohol, you can pick that up too. If you need other beverages for the kids, so apple juice, sweet teas, bottled water, cookies, snacks, maybe Uncrustables, okay? Whatever. Go ahead and have Walmart shop for that for you. And then say you would like an order pickup between, making up something here, okay, 3 and 4. Now what will happen is as long as you put the order in early, now I would highly suggest you might even want to put it in the night before just to make sure that you get priority for that time you want. Otherwise you might have to make a change. But what you can do is go ahead and order, have it submit. They'll shop for your items. They'll tell you what items aren't available. And most of the time it's there because the Dells is pretty busy. So maybe I think last time we did it, we had like 2 items that were not available, but not a big deal. Now, then what you do is you go and check and see if your room is available at like 3. If it is, awesome. You unload your car, get everything in your room, good to go. Or if you pay for early check-in, then you again check in early, good to go. Then just leave your hotel, right to Walmart. Now, what's really cool about this Walmart pickup, I don't know if it'll let me zoom in. Yeah. Oh, it does kind of. Okay. So here's the cool part, right? So you come in off the expressway right here. There's a McDonald's if you need it. The other thing that's really cool, though, you come in and you pull in right here. See where I'm driving here? Right. I need like a little car. That would be fun. Anyway, right here between the buildings, so between the Walmart and the Home Depot, see this little right here? I'll zoom in even more. So right here, that's actually all the pickup bays. So what you'll do is you'll just come right around to here. Boop. Right in. I'm sitting in spot number 2. You put that in on the app. They bring your food out, load it in your car. Good to go. That's it. So save delivery fees, save save money, just have it at your own hotel. And depending on the room you're in, most of the room, well, not most of them, but a lot of the rooms, if you do like any of the 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, condos, if you stay Wilderness on the Lake, those all have full kitchens. If you stay at the Wilderness Club level, which is off on the other side where it's all condos, Chula Vista, some of the Wilderness, or I'm sorry, some of the Chula Vista, some of the Wolf Lodge. Check if your room has a kitchen first, because otherwise that'll be kind of a nightmare. Although I'll be really honest, even if it doesn't, maybe you have a small fridge and a microwave. Even that, you could make breakfast sandwiches in the morning or something small for the kids. And again, that person asked earlier if they have toddlers, the best. 2 gallons of milk fit right in that bottom fridge. good to go. Save you a ton of money because milk is really expensive at these hotels. Not that it's not worth it. Obviously, your kids need it. But, if you can save a couple of dollars here, that means you can spend it somewhere else enjoying, maybe that take flight or another fun thing at the Wisconsin Dells. All right. We got 3 more questions, and then we'll go ahead and I will wrap up this video. So 3 more to go. So real quick here, what do we got? Promo codes. So again, all you're going to do is go out to whatever website you want. So whether it be the Wilderness, Kalahari, Wolf Lodge. Wolf Lodge has a lot on Groupon. So if you're thinking the Wolf Lodge, go and look on Groupon. You'd be very surprised at how many discounts they actually offer. It's kind of fun. Chula Vista, they were bought out in the last year and a half. And so they do a lot of promo codes on their website. They also do a really good rewards program. So if you're thinking of any of those, definitely go look there. The other thing to look at is Groupon. Sometimes if you're just looking for like Holiday Inn, stuff like that, or even the booking.com, they also offer a lot of deals. So way to go. Let's see, next one. I'm confused. Please help. I've watched a few YouTube videos. I've looked through the Wilderness Resort, and I can't tell how everything is laid out. I get you. I totally get it. Because it's kind of like a big horseshoe. And then off the horseshoe, it goes over kind of a ravine. And then it goes into another horseshoe. So literally just picture 2 horseshoes connected with like a hallway. But I understand. I can tell you for me, we've stayed there a lot. And I offer a lot of videos on it. One of my favorite videos I have done is actually, let me just share this so you can see. There we go. So I've got a bunch of them. I keep doing that wrong way. This way. Wait, that way. So you can see there are a lot of them. We love the Wilderness. I just love going to the Dells. I like going on vacation. I'm all for it. But in here, I actually did quite a few different videos on the Wilderness. So if this question is specific to the Wilderness, you can see right here, this one here called the New Wilderness Territory in Wisconsin Dells November. That is the most current tour that I've done. I do have another one in the works that is coming soon. So I'm excited to share that with you guys. I did such a great job. I'm so excited for the new video. I've been upgrading my equipment. So we have got a new gimbal. I have also got my newest toy. Where did it go? It's sitting right here somewhere. It's really dark in my room. No, we just got a GoPro 11. So I'm super excited. I think that is really going to change my channel, and I hope that is exciting to you too. I'm a tech girl, so I love all that stuff. But the one here that is currently just this way. Nope, this way. So the video that's sort of moving right there, it's the first one in my adventures category. It is I think it's almost 40 minutes long. I actually walked the whole hotel. And so I kind of share commentary, and it is probably one of my favorite videos I've done. It was so much fun to kind of share so much knowledge that I have on one of my favorite hotels. This one's pretty darn good too. It's a little shorter, and it just talks about the water parks. I also have one where you can drive through the Wisconsin Dells. I have another one where you can go check out some of that. Let me just click on the adventures here. This one here talks all about the Glacier Canyon, which is the Wyndham condos. So if you're thinking about staying at one of those, totally great video to watch. We stayed at one. It was during COVID, so you'll see masks, but it's such a cool hotel. The rooms are just really cool. But just know there are 2 different parts of the Glacier Canyon. There is the part that's owned by the Wilderness, and then there is the part that is owned by Wyndham, and they're very different. The ones by the Wilderness still have that kind of wildernessy look with lots of wood and kind of cabin and whatever. The ones that are done by the Wyndham, definitely go watch. Here, I'll just highlight it. This one right here. Watch this video because they're very different, very much more modern. Still a little wildernessy, but very modern, really cool. Let's see, what else do I have that's great. If you want to know about the eating at the Swimmin' Chicken, Super cool little restaurant that they just opened at the Wilderness. Little drive-through. Here is a really great video on that Holiday Inn that we talked about. Super surprised about that hotel. We really enjoyed it, and they gave us free bonus tickets. And I found out that they are now doing either the tickets to the place we went here, or there is a package deal now up on their website. So this is so cool. So sneak. Holiday Inn is now offering Kalahari passes for you. So if you decide to go, okay, we want to kind of have that smaller experience, but then we have teenagers, so we want to have the bigger experience too. You might be able to, best of both worlds and be able to stay at the Holiday Inn and still have a day pass to be able to get into the Kalahari. So kind of a nice deal. I really like it. It's kind of fun. I have a driving through that you can watch. We have a 2-bedroom villa. This one was amazing. Now this one we did last year in April. Beautiful. It was like a house. Like we had not only a full kitchen, but a full dining room, a full living room, another room, upstairs, full bedrooms, full big soaking tub, another 2, I think they were twin. No, they were full, maybe full or queen size beds. And the coolest view ever. We could actually see right into the wave pool. So that was super cool. So if you're interested in watching that, I've got, again, all these are under my channel and they're all under the Adventures tab. So, and if you are interested in knowing my, there you go. You can go and check out my YouTube channel. It's at Jessica Lynn Original Studios. Please go ahead and subscribe to it, or just go check out the videos. Totally cool either way. Yeah, so definitely go check that out. Let me see, what else do we have in here that you might be interested in? There is a really great Wisconsin Dells. This one I just did recently. Really fun video. Basically, it's kind of going into the hotel, seeing the water park, seeing what is available. The Wilderness now has these new wristbands, so they're kind of like magic bands like Disney, so if you like those. Sneak peek into the water park that's now open. We did a 2-bedroom condo at the Glacier Canyon. So remember when I said Glacier Canyon is different for the Wyndham condos versus the Wisconsin Dells? You can actually compare the two in those 2 videos. We've also got Build-A-Bear Workshop, where if your kids, toddlers or little ones, go and do Build-A-Bear. That's so much fun. The other thing is right across the way from when you first come into the Wisconsin Dells is the Wisconsin Dells outlets. Super fun. You'll love those. I put a video out here about Wisconsin Dells for beginners. So I kind of take you through the map like I just did so you can kind of see what's out there. You can see Knuckleheads, which is the one that we got free last time with the Holiday Inn. I don't know if they're still doing that, but I know that, like I said, they're having Kalahari now. So that's super cool. I think those are most of the Wisconsin Dells videos. And then there's this one. This is really cool. If you go during the spring, summer, or fall, please go and support one of the oldest Wisconsin Dells tours. It is actually a tour guided to you by 2 horses and a wagon. And when I was a kid, it's very weird because the Wilderness bought all the land above this tourist attraction. And I remember when I was a kid and I used to go, it used to be so dark and so damp, but the land is starting to erode and starting to change. So now you can see, like in this picture, see how sunny it is? It's kind of a bummer because it used to be so just unbelievably dark.
Hey everybody, this is Jessica.
That's, you don't hear me again. But it is so beautiful. So you can see here, I just want to show a little bit of it. So gorgeous. And you go into this by horseback or on horse carriage. And as you ride through, oh my gosh, it is just the most beautiful thing. And if you look up, surprisingly, I think they maybe have that much land, is all the rest owned by the Wilderness. So the Wilderness kind of owns everything outside of this. And whatever agreement was made, I'm so glad because this was all naturally formed. It is so beautiful. And this is one of those, we talked earlier about, is this a good one for little kids? It is so cool. The kids will get such a kick out of it. I think the tour was about half an hour, 35, 40 minutes. But it was so cool. They had tons of amazing stories about how things were formed. And this day, it was actually filmed in November. It was one of those really weird Wisconsin days where it was like 75 randomly. And so we didn't even think we were going to get to go there, but just gorgeous. So if you want to watch the video, get inspired, and think about adding that to your list of things to do. That whole collection is all available out on my channel. So down below, you can go out to YouTube and then put in @Jessica Lynn Original Studios, and it will bring up this page. And from here, you're just going to click on all of our adventures, And then don't be afraid to ask questions, because I do watch for comments. So if you do comment, just like in this video, if you have a question that maybe I didn't answer, put it down below. I'll be making another video answering more questions. And then I'm hoping to go live very soon with all this. So it'll be fun. I'm really excited about it. So I think there is one more question. Oh, I love this. Okay. So is the deer park still there? I remember this as a kid, right? Me too. One of my favorite places. So in the Wisconsin Dells, there are a ton of, I don't know what the right word is, quirky, silly, fun, touristy things. One of them that I love is the deer park, and it is 100% still there. And I'll tell you, it is as fun as it used to be when I was a kid. So I'm going to tell you, it was fun as a kid. It's fun now. So let me go to the website. I want to show you really quick. The Wisconsin Deer Park is most definitely still available. And what is so cool about this? Oh, yes, it's finally a historical attraction. That's cool. Okay. No, I'm not 50, but it was there when I was a kid. It says for 50 plus years, the Dells Park has offered a unique opportunity. And what it is it's a feeding park. So you get to feed deer and goats and different kinds of deer. And it's so beautiful. And it's on this huge property. And so literally you walk in and you're like, oh, it only looks like it's, like this big. And their gift store, you have to go check out their gift store, right? Again, don't work for them, but huge fan of the Dells. So when you go in their gift store, it literally, I think, has things that were there when the store first opened, as well as a ton of new things. So super cool. So you walk in and here, they've got a gallery. Awesome. Okay. So when you walk into the deer park, there's these huge statues. And I have such fond, funny memories of walking in and, Mom, honey, go take your picture with the big deer, and you go stand in front of it. Right. And then you go over to the other one. There's like a big chicken and a whole bunch of other stuff. So then once you get past that, you go through another set of gates. And you're kind of like, okay, this Jurassic Park, like we're getting into this whole big fancy thing. And when you come around the corner, it's just deer everywhere. It is the coolest thing. So you can see like there are deers. And if you go in the spring, there's babies everywhere. And they're so sweet because these aren't deer that are wild by any means. These deer are tame. They are gentle. We took my little one when she was not even 1 yet. And it was hilarious because she was kind of just watching the deer and they were so gentle. And it was amazing. Like, it's so cool. Oh, here's that gift shop. See, I'm telling you, there's stuff I think from when I was a kid that's in there. But this is one of those that if you're going on a spring or a fall day, summer gets kind of hot and the animals get kind of tired, just like at Disney. But in the spring and fall, amazing. Get your kids out, get them stretching and walking because, it's fun to go to the water parks, but, it's got to get some fresh air too. And you can see, look, this little kid's just hugging on a deer. There's elk. They like to move it, right? Oh, here's that deer. Every time I see that, if my sister's watching this video, she knows what I'm saying. So got all those. We were there once early in the spring and they had just had, I think it was like 6 or 7 baby goats that were all over the place. So it is most definitely there. The way that the deer park works is you walk in, you tell them how many bags of these special deer cracker things that you want to get. It costs you to get in. Then you buy either the deer feed or deer cups. Get the deer feed. Just like these little things. It's much better. easier to wag around too. They do open in mid-April to late October. So if you're thinking about going, it really depends on the weather. I've been there, just like we talked about with that with the horse thing through the canyon. I've been there even when it's open even in November. It depends on the weather. So if you're there in April, give them a call and then just say, hey, when are you guys opening? Are you opening this weekend? There are spots where it gets really muddy, so that's why they don't open typically early. But when they are open, for sure they're open Memorial Day through Labor Day. And when they're off season, they do have lesser hours. So super cool. I mean, there are vending machines to get food, but I would encourage you just go ahead and buy 2 or 3 things of it. You know, if you have a stroller, cool. If not, get a little bag, bring it with you. But yeah, the Deer Park is a ton of fun. It is one of those just interesting, goofy, weird Wisconsin Dell kind of things. So I highly encourage you to go and take a look at it. So yeah. Oh, lemurs. That's what they are. It's like move it. So that's not what they're called. But it's filming alive, and I'm like, I can't remember. The other thing that's really fun is it's a great photo opportunity. Great thing to visit with your kids for years to come. So super cool. All right. Well, those are the 10 questions that I had. I don't know if it was 10. Was it 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, 8. So 8 questions. But I do want to take a moment and just say thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Jessica Lynn. I'm the owner, artist at Jessica Lynn Original Studios. It has been so long since I've done a live kind of thing. It takes a little bit to get back into this as a normal. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you subscribing to my channel. We've seen amazing growth in the last couple of months, so I appreciate it. If you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and do so. I would love to have you come and join us on our channel. I love being able to share my art, these fun, amazing trips. And like I said, I have some really fun stuff coming in the next couple of months. And I'm so excited to be able to share all of that with you. Again, the website, let me just go back here so you can see it. There you go. So this way. Jessica Lynn Original Studios. And again, you know, I've been adding new videos, new wilderness, new Disney stuff. I've got a lot of stuff coming in the future. So I do just want to say thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please go ahead and subscribe. There's going to be a little circle where you can click on that and subscribe. Don't forget to like this video, and then down below, if you have any questions that I didn't answer, go ahead and put them in there, and I will go ahead and put them on the next video. Or if you subscribe, I will notify the next time that we go live. So thank you again, and I hope you guys have a great night. Take care, everybody.